This is the smart Excel, and as I showed in the previous video in the beginning when I was recording the videos, use of ranges. Many people try to know think that ranges are not at all important, and they really don't care about how to make a range or delete a range. So I have been some of my friends have been asking that how to make ranges and what is the use of ranges. Ranges are very useful if you're using complex things, if you don't require tables and when you have to do VLOOKUPs, match, index. So all those things I'll be showing in my next videos. But for the timing, I'm going to show you again what all the things which can be done in the ranges and what is the use of applying of names. So first of all, I would like to show you how to create a range in a simple format. You can also refer to my previous video or ranges. So this is just an updation. So there's a simple way we can just create a range, a single value range, and you can just name it. So the main important thing is you cannot have a space. So if I want to type category space one and I want to hit enter, so you must have valid reference. So you get an error. So I can just make it into category and hit enter. So now you can see if I give the cursor and whenever I want to hit category, so you can see. So before this, I just want to remove all these ranges which I have made just in the beginning of the video just to practice it. So the main thing in the Excel 2016 is ranges are in the formulas and always available in the formulas, and formulas you have something called name manager. So one way I showed you how to create range, but if you want to create a range in an array, so if you want to make this as a whole range, and just you have to do is make any name and write it as category. Category category underscore. If I put hyphen on an array, it doesn't take. So it should be category underscore array. So when I'm having a category array, this is going to be arrived. Or if I want to have category, I just remove that category as I showed you. Just you have to select and type it and make it as category. So this is the way we can make a range. But the problem is that if you want to have ranges and there is a space over here, and you don't want, if you want to make all this into a range 1 2 3 4 5 6, and we have more. But for example, if you want to make all this into a single column ranges, now this is going to be an issue. So I'm going to show you how various ways to the ranges. One is this, and other one is you can go select the things and you can go is create from selection top row, or you can use the formula. You can use name manager, or here you can use control shift F3. If you use control shift and F3, control shift and F3 also you can make into a control shift F3. Okay, so if I make this as from create from selection and top row, so I want to see what is the name I get, because there cannot be any spaces, and I'm going to say okay. So when I'm going to see here, so you can see fresh underscore vegetable, so automatic system will generate this. So I don't want to worry about this underscore, automatic system will generate. So this is the one more way. And again, I can show you some other ways. You can go from name manager and you can make into new. So automatic system has made this, and even you can minimize this and you can add this. So if you have add some more things, you can it will be inside your range. And if you want, you can if you want manually, you can also make it into 24 or whatever is it, and do okay. So now you have the range. You have one more way you have created a range. So apart from that, you can define name. So you can make this as a defined name also. You can make this to define name, and it's already personal care. And as I said, you can you have the flexibility to add or remove, and you can manually also do that. So that is one more way of creating ranges. So as I showed you, there are these are the different ways, but the thing is, if I want all this in one shot, actually it is an array, except an array. I'm going to show, if I want to show you how to edit or delete this, you have to go to name manager. Any thing you can edit manually. So if you want to delete, I'm going to show you how to delete. You can delete one by one. You can delete one by one, or you can delete together. Just I want to click it and just make it as delete, and here it goes. So this is one of another way. Now suppose this is my category array. Now what I have, just have only one is category array, but this category array I want to segregate it. I want for each of these things I want a separate category in separate category. So I don't want to make this manually. So you can do this create from selection as I showed you. Now this is going to be from top row. You can see the top row will be the names of the selection, and if you do OK, so just that is done. The names have been created. So at categories I already had in the beginning. So other than that, everything has been created. So if I want to show, I can show you. If you want to make this into column wise, copy this into another table, and just paste it into vice versa. So again, if you want to make this into an array, sorry, into a range, but remember there cannot be duplicates. Now if I want to make this create selection, not top rows, I want to make only from the left column. So this is going to be made from the left column, but whatever duplications will be removed if you want to see that. So we can see that baked goods, baked goods, the grocery list, and categories in this same list. But if you want, you can see there is a grocery list. It's starting from C and C2. So this is from the new workbook. So it is in the sheet, and this is in the new workbook. You can see the scope. If you want, you can filter it from the scope. You can see here, and from the workbook you can see here. If you don't want, clear filter. Okay, but the same thing. If I am copying this, if I am copying this again, and I'm pasting in a different area, and again I'm going to make create from selection, and I'm going to top row. So now it's asking replace with the different categories. So in the same workbook, it is sorry, in the same sheet, it is not applying here. But if you make it from different workbooks, it works. So it will be asking yes, replace will replace phones and replace personal care, replace baked goods, replace swimming products. So now again you can see that whatever sheet and workbooks are there. So if you are making the same workbook, you can't do that. You have to go to a different sheet and different to create a new one. Okay, apart from that, uh, now I have this name ranges, but I would like to use this headers or whatever in the name ranges. I want to use these names because the names over here are something like baked goods. There is no underscore, so I can copy this and keep copying and pasting. This is not helping me. On even if I want to go to name manager, if I want to copy this, I'm doing edit, copy this, and do OK, close, and paste. Okay, and the same thing if I refresh vegetables, go to fresh vegetables and edit, copy, and paste, and paste. So you can see this is time consuming. Each and everything I have to do one by one, and it's more of time consuming. So I don't want to do those things. So whatever labels I have, I want to use this in Excel, in separate cells and all. So I might require for various purposes. So what is the best I can do is I can go and do is paste names. So in use formula you can see the paste names. So if I go and if I want to paste the names, I will do just I don't want to copy all those things. I'll be just doing paste names and it's asking what is this. I can either do sing one by one. So I can hit I can remove this equal to. So I can do this one by one, but I don't require to do that one by one. What I'll be doing is what I'll be doing is I'll be pasting the names the whole way. So I'll be just pasting the list. So here you can also see we can make a differentiation is A and C. So you can see the names, somewhere the list is created. So I have the names here. If you want, you can control H and remove the underscores. There are some big hyphens also. You can, if you want, you can remove that. It's not a hyphen; it is an underscore actually. You can replace all. So you can see all the replacements are done. So you can use these things in separate ways. So apart from that, I have been asked from my friends that what is the use of apply names? What is the use of this function apply names? So you can see we have something called apply names, and what is the use of this? So let me give you an example. Let me close this. So now I have a sheet. Okay, I have a sheet here, and actually I want to make a new name for this. Something called total total value or something like that. But when I do a formula, when I'm making this, I'm going to use six amount plus uh, planned, sorry, amount plus planned. I'm just hitting enter. So this is the total value. Okay, so now you can see it is B2 to C2. It is B2 to C2. So if you want to say the amount total value minus cost. So what I'll be doing, I was just minus the cost. So I'll be hitting enter. So you can see this is a total value minus cost. Now you can see this in the formula bars. You feel something. Some layman people won't understand what is the total value minus cost. What is B2? So every time it's changing here and there. Now you want to give a meaning for this. So you want to give some terminology. So what you have to do is let me um, let me remove this. Let me delete this. So what do you want to give this as a name? Okay, I'll show you in both scenarios. First of all, let's remove the old list. I'll just remove delete. So nothing will be there. This is the way to delete it. Either you can delete one by one, as I showed you, or you can delete. And if you want to keep something, you can just keep an array. Hold the control button and delete. So the thing which you require will be available with you. So now let's give this a name. So I want to give this a name from a selection. So my selection will be from the top row. Okay, so everything isn't okay. So you can see the now name, category, array, company also. So whatever in the caps lock is a, if you want to see scope to worksheet, scope to workbook. Okay, define names. You can filter table names and all. You can filter this. So anyhow, this is my list, and as it showed you equal to when I'm to say that amount plus planned is into. So this plus plan, sorry, plus the planned one. So this is going to be total amount. Amount minus cost. So, so I'll be subtracting this from here and hitting enter. So as I told in layman terminology, it's very we can't understand it. Let me make it down. So each time, if you don't have a header, so it's difficult to understand. So for some people who those are not good in formulas, so that time what you can do is you can go to define formula and apply names. So automatically it is selected. This is that's why I kept this category is not required. So we don't require this. So ignore relatively or absolute. So there is duplication also. It will check ignore relative and absolute. Use rows and column names. And here have some option omit column name if it is in the same column. Omit row name if in the same row. If it is a duplication automatically it will omit. If you want you can check this by making an example. And now this is going to be a row column. It's not a column row. So it is going to be a row column. So for these rows we are making a row column. So if it's vice versa it will be a column row. So I'll be doing okay. So now you can see here the name has a defined amount plus plan minus cost. You can see the whole array has been selected and there is nothing like A or B or C. So the ranges are helped in making you amount plus plan minus cost. So if you require this, you also can copy it over here. Um, you can copy it over here, or it's up to you what other things you require. If you don't want, you can also remove it. This is the way we can do this for things in the ranges. So I have covered all the elements. It's mostly in formulas. The name, how to make a new one. If you want to make a new one, you can just type any name, and the same way you can go to the area and you can select the data for whatever reason you want, and you can make this into an A. So edit also you can do edit. You can maximize it, or you can expand it into array, so you can see the changes over here, or you can manually also do that. And delete this, you can go and delete it. So this is the options I have shown. Directly you can go and make define name directly. If you go and you can start a name and put a name in the same way, you can create from selections. And in the selections also you can make two-way selections now from top rows and left columns also. So it isn't valid. So sure make copy paste or overlap until the same size is shared. So you have to if you are selecting, you have to select it properly. If you're selecting this also, and now if I want to make this, and if I remove this, automatically this will be into this value is a big one, so you have to be very careful. If I select this and I delete this and close this, see, because the whole was dependent on the things which we have been created, so we had applied names on that. So we have to be very careful also if you are removing these things. And if you delete, and also if you can see, if you create ranges, if you make it left column, all this will be in a single row. So you can see company and all this have been, all the names from this side have been coming. And if I will try to remove all. As I showed you, from these both, either one is not going to be selected. But here, name manager, but it's going to be the same way. So you have amount, you have company, you have cost. So all the things have been selected from all sides. Again, I'm going to show you how, if you want to select from the four dimensions. So from this side, from this side, from this side, and from this side also. So if we select the table, this is not required actually. It's not going to make sense. Because you can see that from all the ways it has been has been derived. And even you can use it. I will just be using this in formulas, paste names and paste list. So you can see amount. So the major things have been applied. So the from this side and this side has not been applied. So in this way, I think we can make out most of ranges and how to use ranges, how to apply the names, how to use the formula, how to create from selections. So all the things are in the formulas in Excel 2016. I hope you find this video useful. Thanks for watching. If you like, please hit the like button. If you don't like, please hit the dislike button. Give me your valuable comments if required. And let's meet in the next video. Thanks for watching.